Howdy, y'all. It's Stained Texas here, back with Library of Ruina. If you'll recall where we last left off, we had just murdered a young kid just trying to advance in the world.
처음에 내뱉은 것 치고는 얌전히 잘해주는 것 같네.
Now the boss is mocking us for our compliance. Isn't that nice?
살인사를 그렇게 험악하게 해놓고 무슨 대답을 원하는 거야?
Yeah, you cut his freaking limbs off, and now you're like, oh, why are you being so meek about it?
나라고 안 놀랐겠어. 어딘지도 모르는 곳에 덩그러니 떨어졌는데 처음 만난 사람이 대뜸 팔다리부터 날렸으니 처음엔 막막했는데 몇 번 해보니 대충 어떻게 손님을 접대할지 알겠거든. 불만이 아예 없는 건 아니지만
불만?
또 그렇게 노려보네. 무슨 얘기를 못하겠어.
Very intimidated.
됐으니까 이야기나 해.
아니 뭐 역시 혼자서 접대하기는 벅차단 말이지.
Listen, if I'm gonna fight to the death, there's no way I can do it on my own. You're gonna give me people who can help me.
한 명씩 오는 놈들이면 몰라도 여럿이 몰려올 때면 저 많은 걸 어떻게 다 상대해야 하나 싶다니까.
All things considered, he's actually doing a pretty good job of it thus far, so, you know. It's not that bad, but, in the future, it will not be possible for him to do it on his own.
혼자로는 버거워질 때가 오지 않겠어? 지금이야 별거 아닌 허한 조직들이니 가능하지. 게다가 감정을 끌어내야 하느니 뭐니. 손님들을 그냥 죽여서도 안 된다며. 뭐야 그 묘한 표정은.
방법이 아예 없는 것도 아니지. 그게 최선일지는 모르겠지만.
네가 나서 보려고?
아니, 대신 도움을 받을 수 있는 존재가 있어.
Ooh, yes. The enslaved souls within the library. Isn't that fun?
존재라는 게 뭔데?
강력한 힘과 능력을 지니고 있었지만 지금은 겨우 숨만 붙어서 형체도 유지 못하고 있는 존재들.
이
Oh yeah,
도서관에서
these guys.
너와 나 말고 살아 숨쉬는 것을 본 적이 없는데.
널 도와줄 사사들과 함께 책 속에 잠들어 있어. 그들이 살기 가장 적합한 장소로 만들어졌거든.
Yeah, so essentially, books in this, they're actually metaphysical in a sense.
사서? 책 속의 존재?
I'm sure you've gathered that for the most part, but
내가 말해준 정도로
they hold way more power
도서관이 성장하는데
than
도움을
mere
줄수 있다는
knowledge
것이 중요하니까.
could possibly provide,
그래 뭐 그렇다 치고.
including actual monsters
존재라는 게
that sleep in here.
책 안으로 들어가서
And-
갇혀 있는 사서들을 꺼내오면 돼.
To be
아마
clear,
각자 다른 이유로
these are
그들의 힘에
monsters.
침식해 있을 거야.
so these are monsters much like, say, a similar franchise would be the SCP Foundation. That's the go-to example I hear, I think. And you basically get to fight monsters that each have different strengths and weaknesses and patterns and stuff. And if you kill them,
그들은
you get their
매우
power.
불안정한 상태라 우리를 믿지 못할 거야.
It's pretty gnarly.
침입자로
they're-
생각하는 거군.
So they range from really easy to absurdly hard, and generally it goes from absurdly hard to absurdly easy once you figure out the pattern.
맞아.
But you have to actually figure out how to defeat them,
그들도 너를 받아주겠지.
and sometimes that can be a bit obscure.
너무 막연한데 지금은 엄청 약해진 상태라며 도움이 될 수 있긴 한 거야?
But yeah, if you're reading down here, the abnormalities can empower
그들을 이해하고
librarians.
받아들일 수 있다면 직접적으로든 간접적으로든 사서들에게 힘을 주는 거지.
아, 여전히 감도 안 잡히고 아득하네.
They're like buff cards you can cast on the battlefield when the emotion level is
어쨌든
raised.
네 말은 그들이 우리에게 시련을 주고 그 시련을 이겨내야 비로소 인정 책 안에 들어간다라. 동화에나 나올 법하구만.
네 말대로 손님의 감정을 최대한으로 끌어올리기 위해서는 그들의 힘이 필요하니까. 아무쪼록
아, 예. 여부가 있겠습니까?
Oh yeah, we're going right in here. Time to take a bath. A blood bath. It's good for the skin. As you can see here, the skin is nice and soft and juicy, and it's definitely healthy. Alright, so this guy... So his first card is all defense, and he is immune to slashing damage. You see that how the symbol, the slashing symbol, looks is dulled out in color? That means he's straight up immune. Not immune. Sorry, he takes 1 to 6 less. He takes 1 to 5 less damage. And so you basically just don't want to use slashing attacks against him, because like 1 to 5 can negate the attack entirely. So we're gonna use Dirty Blow. I probably should have modified my deck to better face him. Right, I chose that. Are we doing it? Right. Is that gonna work? What's happening here? Oh my goodness. Is there a glitch? Huh. Alright. Interesting. I've never encountered this issue before. Oh, I'm supposed to actually select... Oh my god, I feel so freaking stupid. I'm supposed to select that. Alright, it shows me it's tutorial still. That's why it was being weird. Okay. Yep. He's gonna do bashing. So we might try a pierce. Ooh. Anti-inflicted paralysis. That's not good. Ah, yay. Let's try it. Ooh, sorry, I sneezed there. I didn't manage to mute the mic in time. My apologies. He did manage to stun me. I may have to modify my deck to be better at fighting this guy. But, you know. It happens. Alright, let's try. Yep, and he's staggered. Not bad. Oh, and interestingly, now that he's staggered, his resistances go off, so we might try doing this. Yep. Isn't that funny? Damn, I've so... Oh, this will be good. Yeah, let's try that. Yep. And he has that again. That really annoying attack. Let's try and guard it. Deflected. So he took stagger. Alright, let's try skitter away. We should have really good dodge rolls here. And boom, just like that. Nice. Oof, that was good. I wasn't really well equipped for that fight, but regardless, it worked out. Now, another thing is that every time you've beaten one of these, you unlock a librarian, who then you can modify. You can actually customize them, which is pretty great. Let's customize our librarian. All right, Orga. That's an awful name, I think, but I'm actually gonna keep it because it actually is interesting. Let's look at some fun little catchphrases. It's always delightful to savor the joy of victory. Oh, let's go with that one. I didn't impede the others. I'm so glad. That seems a bit timid. I say we go with... That's your death thing. Let's try... I dug my own grave like a fool. Whatever happens, my well-being comes first. Well, that's not even slightly true. I'll avenge you. I'll beat them all to snuff for you. So rest easy now. That's kind of fun. All right. Let's go with the hairstyle. It's terrible. I don't like it. Well, what the heck? That's not much better. Well, we're gonna work with this. That's it. Orga, the weirdo. That's who we're working with right now. Now we can also actually, we can also give them a, you know how we have Roland here has Pete's page? We can also give her a page as well. And we might give him, say, Mang Chi's page. But for now, we're gonna burn some books, like the books of Finn and the books of a fixer. Burn, burn, and give me your power. And a Finn page. Finn is a really good page for the early game. We're gonna use that. Yep. And so now we're gonna go back into here and and first of all, we are absolutely gonna give him a Finn page. And next we're gonna give you a fixer page, I think. Yeah, we'll give you a different weakness so you can maybe cover some of our bases. My dog is here in the background, and he seems to really like licking water off the floor. So he knocks the water bowl around until water spills on the ground. I haven't figured out how to make him not, like, I can make him not do that by, like, you know, punitive measures, like, you know, water spray bottles and all of that. It doesn't actually, like, stop him from doing it. I'm kind of wondering if I need to get a new kind of water bowl. And frankly, I don't like punitive measures, so I prefer to attack the problem at the root. So I think I'm just gonna get a new kind of water bowl. Anyways, so we have Struggle, which is an interesting one. It's really good defensive, so we're gonna use that. We have Dodge Strike. It's a 0, always good. Quickness. Get some blunt damage in there. And Thrust to get some piercing damage. Get the different damage types. More blunt damage. Gut Harvesting. For the big boy, for the big damage. Another Wall Up. Preparation. And maybe for my good defensive, we're gonna get Skitter Away. And for you, We're gonna reset our bookshelf. We're gonna go with focus strikes, gut harvesting, light defense, bite off. I want a high roll attack in case you need to beat an opponent's high roll. So we're gonna go backstreet dash. We're gonna do preemptive strike and dirty blow. And then, yeah, struggle is also good. And then I think we're gonna also get skitter away and light attack. Yeah. Oh wait, no, we already filled that up. Okay, that works. Okay. I say it's time to send out another invitation. We have a book of Finn. We just murdered him, so we're gonna send out the invitation for his book.
피는 역시 실패한 건가? 오래 갈 것 같은 놈은 아니었지.
Oh, yikes.
빚을 지더라도 괜찮은 개조 시술이라도 받거나 재능이라도 출중해야 했어. 하지만
Wow, what an
결국
ass.
그 무엇 하나 없는 분수를 모르는 놈이었을 뿐이지.
He's talking a really big game.
깜찍하고 귀염성이 있어서 마음에 들었었는데 아쉽네. 근데 곧 죽을 녀석이었다는 것은 나도 동의.
그나저나 축하.
People are shit talking their dead coworker.
선택지가 좀 생겼겠어.
Oh my god. It's really not fun.
그래. 그러니까 조심하라고. 두둑이 안 챙겨주면 적당한 사무소로 이적할 수도 있으니까. 요즘 사무소 월세는 물론이고 세금 내는 것에도 허덕인다며?
Pardon me, my dog is flipping out in the background here. I'm
핀에게
gonna
맡긴 일이
move him to
꽤
another room.
나무로고요.
So hopefully it didn't take too long.
아까 말했던 도서관과 초대장 말이구나. 그런데 어떻게 얻는지도 모르고 갑자기 솟아난 물건이라면서?
확실하지 않으면 부르지도 않았어. 여기 또 다른 초대장이 왔었다.
Oh my god. Now they're gonna dive in after their comrade, whom they've been spending the past 5 minutes dissing.
이번 일은
And then they're going to die themselves. It just never ends.
도서관은 분명 돈이 된다.
The greed of man.
이건 내
The
촉이지.
arrogance.
그러니 가능한 모든 걸 투입할 거야.
그래, 한번 팔자 펴보자고. 안 그래도 이번에 공방에서 괜찮은 놈을 거금을 들여서 데려왔지.
손님들의 각오가
She got a
되면
chainsaw sword.
이쪽도 그에 못지않은 준비를 해야겠어.
사무소 단위로 이곳에 오다니.
Ooh.
떨거지 사무소로 해도 지금 도서관의 수준을 보면 각오 좀 해야겠는데. 만약 녀석들이 네가 있는 곳까지 도착하면 어쩌냐?
손님들은 준비된 방 이외의 곳으로 갈 수 없어. 그렇게 되어 있는 것이야. 꽤 창대한 힘.
Oh, so she's totally safe, of course.
그런데 넌 신기하게도 내가
We wouldn't want to risk our dear head librarian.
받지 않았는데 말이야. 그리고 나도 내 몸을 지킬 힘 정도는 있어. 환영합니다, 손님.
네가 이곳의 주인이겠군.
딱히 강해 보이지도 않는걸?
Looks could be deceiving.
이곳에 왔던 핀이라는 녀석은 어떻게 됐지?
아, 그 손님은 책이 되셨습니다.
죽으면 책이 된다는 건가?
실패할 것을 알면서 보내놓고 이제 와서 감상에 젖으신 건가요?
닥쳐. 어차피 알면서 이용당하고 버려지는 게 우리의 삶이니까.
Bit late for
당신의
that kind
책을
of talk.
찾으실 수 있기를.
Yeah, a bit late for that kind of talk, I think. Especially when you're the one who sent him to die. Knowing he would die, no less. Anyway, so now we have 2 acts. Essentially, later on you can actually switch up which you're gonna have different parties available to you essentially. You can switch up who's fighting who. For like when multiple waves of enemies attack you, you can actually determine which of your various combat parties will fight in that particular combat, and that way you can kind of spread out the damage. Because as long as they call it a stage play, like a level like this, like an invasion essentially is taking place, your librarians do not heal up. They do not recover damage, so you will be worn down over time. If the librarian is killed, they will be killed for the remaining of that so-called stage play. So you need to learn how to manage all of that and send your weaker, maybe like wearing the initial waves down, so when the boss gets there, you'll be prepared. And occasionally you'll be in a situation where you can actually afford to lose a fight or two to weaken a wave, so that you can take them down. You can use another party to take down the weakened enemy, because the enemy doesn't heal either. If they fail, and if they beat one of your parties and they take damage, there's a chance that you can actually fight them with a different party, and they won't have healed either. So there's some strategy going on there. Alrighty. So they're both going to attack this guy. I want to try and intercept this one because he'll do more damage. And I have Struggle, which has a very good chance of taking both of his hits and no-selling them, as well as returning a solid blow. So we're going to do that, and he's weak to bashing, so that's even better. As for you, I'm going to do wall up on you. I think you're strong to wall up, actually, so we're going to use piercing damage. Alright. And boom. That worked really well. Alright. So he didn't accomplish anything, but he also didn't take any damage, and this guy got hurt. So they're going to split their attacks. I can't intercept him, but that'll leave me open to his attacks. That being said, there's a very good chance I can deliver something kind of nasty to them. So I might just go for an interception here. And then he's gonna have to be free to attack him, because I can't intercept him with my initiative 1 character. I can't intercept initiative 2 character, but it won't be that much damage. So, and then we're going to do a wall up on him because he's weak to it. Okay, yep, that. Yeah, just like that. Yeesh. Alright, so the emotion level is heightened. We can choose one of these 2 cards, and we're going to use Lacerations, and that will reduce slashing damage. Now, apparently, if you're the same initiative, you cannot intercept someone of the same initiative. But if you're of a higher initiative, you can. I have to keep that in mind in the future. Alright, well, this one doesn't even have enough health to survive this, so we're just gonna end this. It's a dead little munchkin. Alright, that's stage 1 of this particular level. And now we're on stage 2, where we fight Eri and Yoon. We're gonna make them regret their life decisions. Yep. Alright, so they're the same initiative, and he's gonna attack him. I don't see any reason to do any interceptions. Instead, I'm just gonna hit him with a double bleed attack. It's very not a good chance I'll be able to defend against this unless I hit him with something stronger. So I might go with a wallop. Yep, wallop did work. Alright, yeah. So we got pale hands. After 3 successful attacks on the same target, deal 1 to 10 bonus stagger damage. No. I don't think we're ever gonna actually get that many attacks. Alright. Do you gut harvesting? That'll overwhelm their dice, hopefully. And let's try Backstreet Dash to try and finish him off. Yep. Overwhelmed, and no, it didn't finish him off. That's fine, because she's now staggered. And I have the higher initiative, but he has excellent dice on this attack. Commandeering, that's a good card. So I don't really have the best defensive cards up at the moment. So what I might try and do is just try and deliver something that will overwhelm his with mine. It might not work, but I'll give it a shot. Or we're just gonna finish walloping her. Well, we still won that exchange, and they're both dead. And that is the end of the book of the Yoon office. Lots of dead fixers.
특히 윤이라는 손님에게는 의미 있는 책이 나올 것 같아.
전부 불에 뛰어드는 나방이야.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
윤이라는 녀석도 이것저것 머리 굴리는 것 같았지만 얻고자 하는 것을 위해 앞뒤 안 보고 불길로 뛰어들었잖아.
And there's the irony of it. He was shit talking his subordinate he threw into this place, and then he immediately dives in himself.
한 번 눈 떠버린 욕망은 걷잡을 수 없이 밀려 들어와. 오래전에 들은 말이지. 하지만 과연 그 욕망이란 것이 진실된 것일까?
너 웃긴다. 돌려 말하지 말라고 했으면서 자기가 뜬구름 잡는 소리 하네.
You'll find that's a common trend. She's a massive hypocrite.
어딘가에 사서님이 들었으면 팔다리 한 짝씩 날려버릴 만큼의 의미 부여된 말이었어.
책이나 분류하도록 해.
엔젤라 말대로 정말 층이 확장됐군.
Oh, here we go. I think this is good. After this conversation, we're gonna introduce a very good character here. I think.
안녕, 난 롤랑이.
엔젤라, 난 아직도 용서할 수 없어. 엔젤라, 넌 그 이야기라면 전에 끝났어.
This is what we. just him in the. That face is so perfect.
잠자코 내게 협력하면 되는 거야. 그런 거래였잖아. 그리고 모처럼 얻은 피가 흐르는 몸을 즐기도록 해봐. 인간의 몸을 줬다고 내가 기뻐할 것 같아? 잊지 마. 난 너에게 찬성 못한다는 걸. 그러던가.
숨 막혀 죽는 줄 알았네.
안녕하세요. 역사의 층을 맡은 지정사서.
So yeah, each floor has its own patron. Roland is odd because he sort of acts as Angela's personal assistant. But all the other floors will have like their own
말끝이에요.
character that's associated with them.
다행히 기운 없어 보이진 않네. 무슨 일 있었어?
엔젤라와 아직 풀리지 않은 문제가 있어요. 하지만 제 생각이 어떻든 전 엔젤라가 하라는 대로 해야죠.
나랑 마찬가지네. 이유는 좀 다른 것 같지만.
Very different
그래서
reasons. So yeah, she's a
무엇을
character.
해야 할까?
All the floor guardians, the patrons, are going to be characters from Lobotomy Corporation.
롤랑 씨는 저에게 책을 가져다
To kind of
주시면
catch
돼요.
you all up, they're all AI. All of them, Angela included. But they're all AI that were brain scanned or some other weird sci-fi technology from a dead person. So... And they all died in really horrific ways, of course, because it was like if the SCP Foundation was a capitalist hellscape kind of game. And the ending of the game kind of screwed them over. Everyone Angela screwed them over. So they're not going to be happy with her.
롤랑 씨가 준 책 중에서 역사에 관련한 책을 분류하고 습득하는 거죠. 그렇게 받은 책을 사서가 읽고 점차 층과 도서관이 성장하는 거예요. 자연스럽게 잠들어 있는 층과 그곳의 지정사서들도 깨어나는 거죠.
Yep.
다른 사서들은 잠들어 있단 건가?
네,
She's fairly friendly for the most part.
대충 알겠어. 아까 화내던 것 치고는 굉장히 밝네. 괜히 불똥 떨어질까봐 걱정했거든.
Yeah, for the most part.
사정이 어떻든 제가 해야 할 일은 열심히 해야죠. 엔젤라와 저희의 문제는 당장 연례도 해결할 수 없거든요.
That's the spirit. I think that's how it is with a lot of workplaces, right? Your boss sucks, but you
저는
gotta.
저 나름대로
gotta
일을
do what you
열심히
gotta do.
해야 할 이유도 있고요.
오케이. 그럼 한번 잘해보자고.
네,
All right, and now we can now manage a new floor. So we have the Keter floor, not at all a reference to anything you guys would possibly know, and we have the Malkuth floor, which is run by, of course, Malkuth. Now, she is going to need her page for now. Sorry, oops, yeah. But before we move on, I think we're gonna burn the books that we just got. See what we got here. The good stuff, the goods. And then we're going to end the episode. No actual character pages. That's not good. I may have to redo that fight just to get a Yoon or an Aerie page. But we did get commandeering, which is one of the better ones. You're too slow. It's pretty good. Stuff like that. Alright. So we are going to end it here. When we get back, I might do some grinding off screen for the Yoon page, so we can equip our characters with them. He's another really good early game thing. Probably one of the best early game pages. So we're gonna work on that. So yeah, until next time, have a good time.